Yep. Thanks everyone. This is the pre-match press conference for Ireland and Scotland. We've got Matthew Cross here from Scotland. Feel free just to ask away your questions. Brian, you can start.
Matthew, is it an advantage or disadvantage, or doesn't it matter to be starting after the other teams? You've obviously had a chance to see what the other teams have done thus far.
To be honest, I don't think anything's really changed for us. We've still got 4 big games in front of us, and we've got to go and try and win every single game.
And in terms of Ireland, obviously you know them quite well. They're coming off a loss against Oman. Can we read much into that? It was a different venue, of course.
No, not really. I think that just shows how competitive this tournament's going to be, and I think the way we look at it is that after every game you kind of have to park it and move on, and I'm sure they're probably going to say the same thing.
Did you catch any of the game here yesterday? Are you aware of what conditions are like here at Queen's Sports Club?
Yeah, we were obviously lucky enough to play here 5 years ago, so we have some sense of what the ground's about. Me and Richie came down and had a little look yesterday, but it kind of as expected from last time we were here.
Different time of year from the tournament 5 years ago. Will that be a factor at all in terms of conditions?
Yeah, I think everyone's been a little bit surprised by conditions. It seems to be, well, for us anyway, pretty hot and dry, so there's obviously a little bit in the dew factor in the mornings, but I think whoever's playing the best cricket is going to win the games. And
in terms of Ireland, they're coming off a loss. Is that a good thing for you, or will that make them more hungry, or doesn't it matter? Is it just all about you guys? It's all about us. I think, like I said, they'll probably park it and move on. It may give them some more fire, but there's no need for any extra fire when it comes to Scotland, Ireland. And just finally from me, everyone fit? Everyone's fit.
You have any questions or anyone?
Oh, all right, thanks. So any lessons that you drew from your warm-up games with Zimbabwe, noting the conditions and all? What are the key lessons, especially noting how you struggled in terms with the bat?
Yeah, I think obviously, as you've seen with most teams, there's a lot of teams looking to bowl first with the potential for a bit of swing and movement early on. But once that's been weathered, guys have looked comfortable, and then as the day progresses, maybe the spinners come more into the game and the wickets go a bit more low. But I think, like I said, throughout the day, there's opportunities for guys to get big runs and there's opportunity for bowlers to get wickets.
And obviously, the preparations, you were able to pick up ideas of where you're lacking and where you need to improve. Anything is maybe a follow-up to that, into what you guys are going to do with in the coming game tomorrow against Ireland?
We're going to try and score more runs in Ireland, I think. But no, like nothing's really changed. It's a simple game, cricket, really, and ultimately the conditions are pretty set fair. I think it offers something for everybody, and it's going to come down to just performances from the boys.
You spoke about the weather conditions. Not really much has changed. It's still sunny and it's winter here. Don't you think that will work into your advantage as well?
Maybe. It's obviously been very consistent since we've been here. There's not much difference, and last time we got a few showers around, and I think that does affect things, but lucky it looks like it's set to be a pretty good month of weather.
Max, just to give us what are the expectations back at home in this tournament for you guys? Is there a set place where people back at home are expecting you to sort of like look at you getting through the tournament? Is it that the 6 or to the final 2, where are they expecting you really to be?
I mean, I hope everyone's expecting us to qualify. That's definitely our expectation. We came here 5 years ago, and played really well. Bit unlucky maybe at times, but we showed what we're about, and since that tournament we've gone on to play well in the World Cups and take down some of the big teams, so there's no fear factor about who's here at this tournament, and we know we're capable of beating everybody here.
Then now just looking at the format that we're playing, this is the longer version. Most of you guys have been playing T20. What's been the change of mind frame for your batters and your bowlers for getting into this longer format that we're in?
Yeah, I mean, not much, to be honest. I think it's more about just doing things for longer. So we're talking about batting for longer partnerships, but still being positive and taking the game to them. Seeing the scores can be pretty big here. And bowling-wise, it's just about looking to take wickets all the time in every phase, because once you take wickets, you can slow teams down.
One from me. Playing Ireland, is there any sort of banter out on the field, given that you're local rivals?
No, it's the same with everyone. We kind of cross paths now and again everywhere, but I think there's always a little bit of extra fuel when it's Scotland Ireland. It's one of my favourite games, and hopefully it'll be a good start to the tournament tomorrow for us.
Matt, you mentioned 2018. There are some players in the squad, obviously you were part of that tournament, others who weren't. Have you parked the fact that you came so close to getting through, or are you going to use it as fuel to push yourselves on? How do people feel about that near miss 5 years ago?
I mean, I think it's different for everyone. I think it shows the level we can play at, and that we are as good as all the teams here. And like I said, in the last 4 or 5 years, we've beaten every team that's here. So ultimately, it's about us turning up on the day and doing the job. But I don't think there's any sort of animosity for what happened 5 years ago. I think we're just in a really good space and looking to show up and qualify for the World Cup.
Thank you.
Easy.
Thanks, Matt.
Cheers, guys.